The Pathway, The Journey of Ruth and Naomi. Music by June Schultz, text by Candace Faust. The following is an adaptation of a one-day retreat in word and song. This was presented at Christ Church, State Street, Schenectady, New York, on April 9th, 2016, at Camp Pinnacle for Our Savior's Lutheran Church, Albany, New York, on May 21st, 2016, at the Capital City Rescue Mission, Albany, New York, on June 4th, 2016, and at the Mountain Chapel Church, Grafton, New York, on October 8, 2016. Session 1, A Compass for the Journey of Life. As we live our lives, a story is created from the events that occur. As an image on a tapestry appears, as the threads are woven, so the pathways we journey on create our story. Our story shapes our vision of who we are and who we become. When a person goes on a journey, it is good to know where you are going, and a compass can help. A compass has 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, but in the scope of all eternity, there are really only 2 directions, 2 pathways that are of importance. They are away from God or toward God. Join us today as we journey along with Naomi and Ruth of the Bible. While these women lived over 3,000 years ago, and they started at very different places, events wove them together on the same pathway, perhaps a path similar to yours. Today we will read their story in the book of Ruth, found in the Old Testament. As we journey with them, let's stop along the way for reflection of where we are and where we are going. The story starts out with Naomi and her husband Elimelech. They are Hebrews, part of the tribe of Judah. Years earlier, Moses brought the Hebrew people out of Egypt so they could be God's people in the land God promised them. We learn in the books of Exodus and Genesis how they were led for 40 years in the wilderness. God was their only compass, guiding them along their pathway. Along the way, they were sometimes tested to show what was in their hearts. Sometimes there were battles where they had to learn to be obedient to God for victory. Upon entering the promised land, judges were chosen to guide the people. But out of sight, out of mind, and many people forgot that God was to be their guide, and they did what was right in their own eyes. The different tribes were assigned plots of land, and part of the tribe of Judah settled in Bethlehem, translated, house of bread. As our story begins, there was little bread to be had in Bethlehem, as a famine occurred. It seems that God had, so to speak, left the building. So, due to the famine, Elimelech and Naomi and their 2 sons set their sights and their compass, well, if they had a compass, to find food. They turn their backs and leave Israel, the land God had promised their ancestors, to go to the country of Moab for grain. Did they turn their backs to God when they left Bethlehem? Did God turn his back on them? Ruth, chapter 1.
In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land, and a man from Bethlehem in Judah, together with his wife and 2 sons, went to live for a while in the country of Moab. The man's name was Elimelech, his wife's name Naomi, and the 2 names of his 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion. They were Ephrathites from Bethlehem, Judah, and they went to Moab and lived there. Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. They married Moabite women, one named Orpah and the other Ruth. After they had lived there about 10 years, both Mahlon and Chilion also died, and Naomi was left without her 2 sons and her husband. When she heard in Moab that the Lord had come to the aid of his people by providing food for them, Naomi and her daughters-in-law prepared to return home from there. With her 2 daughters-in-law, she left the place where she had been living and set out on the road that would take them back to the land of Judah. Then Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Go back, each of you, to your mother's home. May the Lord show kindness to you, as you have shown to your dead and to me. May the Lord grant that each of you will find rest in the home of another husband." Then she kissed them, and they wept aloud, and said to her, "Will we go back with you to your people?" But Naomi said, "Return home, my daughters. Why would you come with me? Am I going to have any more sons who could be your husbands? Return home, my daughters. I am too old to have another husband. Even if I thought there was still hope for me, even if I had a husband tonight and then gave birth to sons, would you wait until they grew up? Would you remain unmarried for them? No, my daughters, it is more bitter for me than for you, because the Lord's hand has gone out against me." At this they wept again. Then Orpah kissed her mother-in-law goodbye, but Ruth clung to her. "Look," said Naomi, "your sister-in-law is going back to her people and her gods. Go back with her." But Ruth replied, "Don't urge me to leave you or go back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if anything but death separates you and me." When Naomi realized that Ruth was determined to go with her, she stopped urging her. So the 2 women went on until they came to Bethlehem. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them, and the women exclaimed, "Can this be Naomi?" "Don't call me Naomi, which means pleasant," she told them. "Call me Mara, which means bitter, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me." So Naomi returned from Moab, accompanied by Ruth the Moabitess, her daughter-in-law, arriving in Bethlehem as the barley harvest was beginning.
So in the land of Moab, Naomi's husband dies, but still they do not return to Israel. Naomi's sons, Mahlon and Chilion, marry 2 Gentile or non-Jewish women. After 10 years, the sons die, leaving Naomi in the land of Moab with 2 Moab daughters-in-law. Let's think about Naomi and the route she has traveled thus far. Where is she? Why is she there? June will now present a snapshot from Naomi's life. Let's travel with her in this song called Abandoned.
How did I end up so far away, so distant and alone? How did I end up in this foreign place, broken without a home? God, why have you abandoned me? bitter through and through. God, why have you abandoned me? Or is it I who abandoned you? Is it I who abandoned you? I want to turn round and come back home, but I'm afraid you'll tell me to leave. I long for your love and your burning fire. Are you merciful as I once believed? God, why have you abandoned me, left me bitter through and through? God, why have you abandoned me? Or is it I who abandoned you? It was I who abandoned you.
The question arises, who abandoned who? Have you ever felt abandoned, lost? Naomi sounds lost, doesn't she? If you are lost, a compass, or to be more modern, a GPS or global positioning system, can be useful for figuring out where you are. Many cars nowadays have a GPS, and we program it by setting a goal. Where we want to go, what we are looking for, what we desire to visit along the way. The GPS asks our priorities. Do we want the fastest route, the most superhighway route, the no stoplight route, the scenic route? What do we desire to see along the way? The GPS then directs our steps or what route to go on, where to turn to get to that goal. Sometimes circumstances force us to slow down or stop and consider where we are or are not. Circumstances can make us examine where we have been going, what the GPS of our life is set for. Hard times especially make us stop and think. Naomi and Elimelech set their GPS to be a grain positioning system. They left Bethlehem in the promised land to find grain, food, in the country of Moab. Naomi set her heart's GPS at grain, but by setting that as her priority, the route led her away from God and to grief. At the end of our reading, we see her GPS set at grief and self-pity. She blames God. Can you identify with Naomi? Have you ever felt lost, abandoned, and wondered, where did the time go? And how did I get here? What is your heart's GPS, goal positioning system set for? Is it a grain positioning system? Are you a gourmet foodie, preoccupied with thinking about food, living to eat? Is your heart set to be a gold positioning system? Does the love of money and the security it buys energize your day? Or is your heart's gold positioning system a glitter positioning system? Are you a shopaholic? Do you have a glamour positioning system? can't get enough of hearing gossip about the latest Hollywood celebs or famous people. Do you long to be one of them? Some of us have a greatness positioning system with a goal of getting people to admire us. Is that why we do the things we do? Or a gratitude positioning system where we do things for other people so that they will like us? How about a gorgeous girl or guy positioning system? I think we all have that when we are teenagers. What do we seek? What do we spend our time and effort pursuing? Where is our place of security or happiness? Are we happy? What do we hunger for? Are we empty inside in a time of dryness or famine? What do we reach for? Our feet will move toward that. Or are we reaching toward nothing, feeling numb in a rut, going nowhere? Where are we in our lives? Please pause right now and consider your own life and take a moment for reflection. Does your life's path mirror that of Naomi's? Can you identify with her? Where were you 5 or 10 years ago? What were you like? Your personality, your hopes and dreams. How have your circumstances changed? And have you changed inside? Did you go off course? What are you reaching for now? What have you spent your time pursuing? Consider what your heart's goal positioning system has been set for and map out where you are right now. Is it a good place? Do you feel lost? As I stated earlier, in the scope of all eternity, there are really only 2 directions, 2 pathways that are of importance. They are away from God or toward God. What has your heart's GPS been set to seek? Where has your GPS been leading you lately? Is it time to move from this situation and from where it will lead you? Is your heart's cry, deliver me?
You may think I don't hear, you may think I don't see. It may seem I don't care what happens to you. You say I seek your face, you say I seek your word, but the circumstances of my life are absurd. I hear you cry, deliver me. Deliver me, deliver me from this wound in my heart. Set me free. Deliver me, deliver me. I'm tired, I've had enough. Oh, please deliver me. My Lord, deliver me. But I have always heard, and I have always seen, I have always cared what happens to you. I gently touch your cheek and speak to you my words. The outcry of your soul, my heart is heard. I hear you cry, deliver me. Deliver me, deliver me from this wound in my heart. Set me free. gently touch your cheek, speak to you my words, the outcry of your soul my heart has heard. I hear you cry, deliver me. I deliver you, I deliver you, I take your wounds on my back, this battle's through. I deliver you, I deliver you, now claim this victory, this blood has delivered you, this blood has delivered you, delivered you.